And Ulster looking for their first league title in 14 years. Ulster, remember, the last team to beat Leinster in the league. That was at the end of last season at the Kingspan. Can they do it on the ultimate stage at the Aviva Stadium in Leinster's home city? And Devin Toner takes the kick-off cleanly, his 248th appearance for his province. Now he says knock on, a chance for Ulster to use this advantage. Oh, there's numbers on the outside. Here's McCuskey, where's the support? Such a good offloader, keeping that right hand free, looking to flick it to a body on that inside tracking line, and then Coetzee, he shows his offloading skills as well. There's fluidity here about this Ulster move, and now it's Hume who goes ripping round the corner and through a hole and all the way to the line for Ulster. Well, they sucked Leinster into a vortex there, the men of white, to score one of the tries of the season, and all of Ulster's key players were involved in that.
And it comes off a Leinster mistake, but Ulster hold on to the ball. Matthewson, that's why he was picked. He backed himself. He got
this one was very good.
Kelleher, Caelan Doris takes it. Kelleher in control, keeping his head up. Gibson Park, pull back for Ross Byrne. He senses a gap, slips his way through it. Gibson Park, they're on the front foot now. Henshaw, Rob Little does his best, tries to hold up the 16-stone figure of the Irish inside centre. Gibson Park, good tackle by Tom O'Toole. His tackle success rate is immense. The tight head certainly goes through his work. But for how long can Ulster resist here? Because this is damaging attacking work here from Leinster. Conan's turn to goal. The advantage now for Leinster as they try to smuggle the ball over that line. Gibson Park, as Toner outside him, doesn't need him, finds James Lowe, and you did feel that that was coming, because it was pressure, and it was heavyweight pressure as well, and James Lowe scores his 10th try all told of the season.
Yeah, I think it's really fitting that James Lowe is the one who scores it on the left hand side, because it was his bit of brilliant play on the right hand side when most wingers would have been shoved into touch. A massive moment psychologically for Ulster. He manages to throw the ball off an Ulster player. Leinster get the set piece, and obviously we see a little half break from Ross Byrne, but just their contact skills from here, their body height. You know, they were playing a penalty advantage when James Lowe eventually got the pass from Gibson Park, but really ruthless from Leinster, and what a reaction.
Brilliant reaction, isn't it, from Leinster? Just watching the Ulster boys here, they're in behind the post talking things over. They just need to get the ball back and try and get back into this game, because they haven't had much possession since going ahead in the match. But
that would have taken Ulster out to a 20 points to 11 lead, but well, this man kicked a very late penalty in that game, a critical penalty on one leg. He was cramping really badly. There's no cramp now. And a good strike, really solid strike from Ross. Gibson Park for Devin Toner, takes two Ulster tacklers to bring him down. Here's Henshaw, decoy on the inside. Ulster at Henshaw covered, but will that expose space elsewhere? Well, the penalties are building. Ulster's discipline post-lockdown has actually been very good. They haven't given away a mountain of penalties, but in this game they are beginning to mount just a little bit now.
They certainly are, Mark, and they only give away 3 penalties in the second half against Edinburgh last week, and that was their end to the game.
Ross Byrne, he has started big games at 10 before in Europe. He started the 2 Pro 14 semi-finals against Munster in the last 2 seasons at the RDS. Just eases the momentum slightly for Ulster. Reedy tries to reconfigure it now. Ulster very bunched outside. Here's Henderson. Now Matthewson. Latch on with Andrew.
Stay back.
Matthewson once more. Leinster trying to slow that ball down. And this is where the conversion rate is so important, but Andrew Porter gets his hands on the ball, attempts the lift, and it's another penalty similar to the one won by Doris. Good bit of energy about the start of the second half here from Leinster. Jack Conan sets it back for Ross Byrne, was looking for the inside ball, decided against it, arm out from Andrew Brace. Here is Larmour.
Another brilliant bit of play by Ringrose on the far side. Brian O'Driscoll-esque with his footwork, setting up the half break, and Leinster do look very dangerous with ball in hand. It's coming a little bit too easy for them.
Number 7 off the ball, just a penalty. Just here, yeah? It's just a penalty there.
I don't know about you, Bernard, but from a Leinster point of view,
Ross Byrne turned away very quickly there. The Leinster 10, 13 points to 5, and now Ulster have a game to chase, and Leinster do not give up leads that easily. And Ulster, apart from Edinburgh last week in the semi-final, do not have a good record of chasing games.
No, and there's lots of talk beforehand about Ross Byrne's selection, but his performance so far has been so composed, and that's a top class kick.
Gibson Park, long way out of play. Ulster not taking it quickly. Just classic power from the Bangor man. Now Rob Herring tries to twist and turn, present the ball. Porter again working hard. Intercept from Henshaw. Henshaw skates away. Even the pace of Michael Lowry will not catch the Irish international, and Lyon. A malfunction from Ulster, and Leinster will capitalise on your mistakes. That's when they are ruthless.
They're ruthless, but look at this line speed. It's that man Josh van der Fleer leading it up. He's in that 30-40 position. I can't see with Robbie Henshaw. He backs himself and he goes for it. And Billy Burns isn't going to want to watch this again. Look at that. Could see it. He's the target man to hit. Probably looking to get a bit more width.
Gibson Park to give Ulster a line out in their own half. That's a defensive play.
But Burner straight off.
Tracy to 40, one-handed toner. Lovely skills from the Australian.
No, ball is there.
McGrath to Josh van der Fleer. And again, it's Ulster having to go through an exhausting defensive set. Here's Byrne. Luke McGrath pulls it in behind Toner, and now it's Doris in possession. Here's Luke McGrath. Rory O'Loughlin. Luke McGrath, Caelan Doris, such a strong man. And now it truly is blue murder for Ulster. There's only one winner of this Guinness Pro 14 Championship, and it's Leinster, and they are going to record their hat-trick, and how much they deserve it.
Yeah, great play for the bench. Are starting to get into it now. Loughlin comes on a short line. They've got options both sides, and just look.
14 carries last week, and there he is yet again, always putting his hand up. We've seen him running a couple of dummy lines in the last few weeks as well. Really high work rate. The amount of times we've mentioned Conan, Doris, van der Fleer.
It's been about 75 minutes since Ulster scored a point. They lose the line out, and James Tracy quite happy to run the ball out of play.